Welcome everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. We got a lot of information in this video for today. I hope you enjoy. So let's get into it. This next week is going to be rough, but I promise you we'll get through this and we'll be stronger on the other side. I want to start off with a quick devotional. The power of prayer. Never doubt the power of prayer. Prayer is very powerful. Sometimes in these dire times, these fearful times, the uncertain times that we're in today, we can forget about prayer. We get too afraid sometimes. But we have to realize that we serve a big and mighty God. And He listens to us. That's the amazing part. He listens to us. He hears our prayers. I want to share with you a verse from 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. We need healing, folks. There's some good news in these numbers today, as we are obviously going to be going up in our cases and deaths. We still have to focus on the positive part of it. So let's start with the world. Total world cases are at 1,196,944. Deaths, world, 64,580. Total recovered in the world, 246,110. Praise God. Now, let's take away the recovered from the total infections and give us a true idea of how many are currently infected today. If we take out the 246,110 recovered, we get 886,254 currently infected. Now, out of that 886,254, 95%, which comes out to be 844,144, are considered mild cases. 5% of that, which is 42,110, are considered serious or critical. So this is good news. This virus, although it's sweeping across the planet, it's devastating our healthcare system. Definitely going to make us change the way we do things in our healthcare system and many other things, but we will get through this. Let's move on to the United States. Total United States cases, 308,124. Deaths, 8,395. That's up 991 in 24 hours. Out of the 308,124 infected in the United States, 8,113 are serious or critical. In Spain, we have 126,168 cases. Deaths, 11,947. That's up 749 in 24 hours. Now we get to Italy, which has moved to the third place. Italy's total cases, 124,632. Deaths, 15,362, and that's up 681 in 24 hours. That's good. It's down again today for the second or third day in a row. The cases of the deaths have gone down. So that is a positive thing. Let's go back to the United States and break down the certain states that some of you are from or know people that are from. Let's start off with California. Total California cases today is 12,850. Deaths are 289, and that's up 14 deaths in 24 hours. Texas has 6,359 cases. Deaths 111, that's up 14 in 24 hours. Kentucky has 917 cases today. Deaths 40, and that's up 3 in 24 hours. Nevada, 1,742 cases, deaths 43, with no new deaths reported in the last 24 hours. That's very good. Now let's get to some positive news. India, a 93-year-old patient with diabetes, high blood pressure, who has also suffered a heart attack while in the hospital, has recovered from the COVID-19 virus. And there you go. Also, with India on lockdown, endangered sea turtles are on course to lay 60 million eggs this year. So like I said in the other video, we're seeing a drop in air pollution. We're seeing a lot of land being healed during this time. A 102-year-old Italian woman and a 101-year-old Dutch woman recover from the COVID-19 virus. That's very good. In the last 2 weeks, an ER in Parma, Italy, had 50 patients. Today, the room was empty. So this shows you that while things get scary, things get tough, things get rough, and we think that there's no light at the end of the tunnel, or when is this going to stop, it will come to an end. It will. We will heal. We will pray. We will rebuild. Just like any other disaster, natural disaster that may happen to a city or a town, they get hurt, they fall, they get picked back up, and they recover and they rebuild. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We've done this several times in our history. And it's been a while for the majority of us to go under this much of a change in our life and on our planet. But it is what it is, and we need to just continue to go forward, stay positive, and learn. What can we learn from this? So that's our positive news for today. I like all of those positive stories. Next, I want to kind of end this video with a few safety tips. Okay, I want to talk about masks first. Okay, now there are two types of masks that you might be familiar with. I'll put them up here. We got the surgical mask, and we got the N95 or a similar type of mask. As you heard on the news, they're suggesting now that everybody wears these cloth masks as they go out. Now, the cloth masks, let me make sure that you are very well informed on this. The cloth masks, they've always said, will not help prevent you from getting ill. Okay? But there's a little more to it than that. Okay? The masks, these cloth masks, these surgical masks are very good for people when they are ill themselves. And like this one I'm wearing, they'll cough or they'll sneeze, or they're not able to touch their face and then touch carts or doorknobs in the public. So nothing's going to be spreading too far. Although these can come out, the sneeze can still come out, but it doesn't go as far. Okay, it's better than nothing. So now, if everybody wore the mask, then that is when it will really help from people getting infected. Because the people that may not know they're infected, or the people that are infected but still going out, or it's so mild that they don't realize it, the odds of them spreading it to somebody else are going to be very low now. Now, if somebody's sick and they don't have this mask on, and you have this mask on, and they sneeze, of course it's not going to prevent you from getting an illness or catching the virus. That's when you look over to the N95 type. This is what the healthcare workers are wearing, because it will filter out 95% of particles, airborne particles. Okay, still not 100%, but it is better than nothing, or better than this mask. These masks worn in the hospital field are there because they're in close contact with people. They're going to still put one of these surgical masks on the patient, but they're also going to wear this too because of the virus that could be in the air too as well. And of course, this will hold back stuff even if the droplets do come on. There's a very proper way, an N95 mask, to be put on and to take off properly and to store properly. So it's very important that you know exactly how to use these types of masks. Also, you'll notice that some of these N95 masks will have a little exhalation valve in the front. Okay, that it helps prevent the moisture buildup inside the mask so that it doesn't break down the mask, because the moisture eventually will build up in the mask, and then of course it acts as, you know, a nice incubator for all of the virus, and it does not give you that full 95% protection. Now, this is important. Don't think that wearing one of these masks that have an exhalation valve is proper for you when you're sick, because the exhalation valve will obviously come out, the air when you exhale will come out of that mask. It's not meant to go in. It's a one-way valve. So when you're breathing out of that mask with that little valve in the front, that filter in the front, you can easily be spreading that virus. So don't think that that is a proper mask to wear when you're sick yourself. The better one when you're sick yourself is to wear one of these masks. Okay, so that's kind of the difference here. And of course you can see the difference here from both masks as they break it down for you. Loose fitting, tightly on the face. You know, you have a really good seal with the N95 mask compared to the surgical mask where they have, you know, spots of air that can come in. Okay, so that's a little bit about that for the masks. I'm going to show you a picture of what I do when I wear when I go out and I go grocery shopping. This is what I do. As you can see, I have the hat on. I have my hoodie, okay, and then I tie the hoodie tight. I'm wearing jeans, and I'm not wearing gloves. Here's the thing. Don't wear gloves when you go out, okay? I know it may seem like it's the best thing to do because, you know, you're protecting your hands and everything, but listen, the virus on a plastic or latex or whatever poly something the glove's made out of sticks better to that than your own hand or your own skin. Okay, so when you're touching things with that glove, you're thinking, oh, okay, I'm good, I'm great, I can touch everything. You touch your wallet, you touch your money, you touch your car, you touch your keys, you're touching everything like this, and now you got the whole thing, the whole glove is infected now. That's what you got to think about. So don't wear gloves, okay? Don't have any cuts on your fingers. If you do, put a band-aid on them. But other than that, you can touch everything you want. Just don't touch your face until you know that you've washed your hands for at least 20 seconds. You can even wash your hands and say the Lord's Prayer. That's about 20 seconds too. You're scrubbing your hands like this, right? You're scrubbing it like this, like this. You're getting each finger, right? You're getting the nails, right? Like that. And go up a little bit too. Go up here. Soap, right? You don't have to do cold or hot water. It doesn't matter. I like lukewarm water. Okay? And then you're done. Got it? So, I wear the goggles because the virus lasts in the air for 3 hours. Now, it's not so bad when you're out in the open. You're not close to someone within 6 feet. If you're in a hospital, though, you know, all that virus is just piling up everywhere. So it's probably best if you have to go to the ER or urgent care, make sure you're wearing eye protective wear. As you can see, I ordered a respirator. This is a P100 mask. It blocks out 100%, well, 99.7% of virus particles or, you know, microparticles. Now, this one has an exhalation valve too, so I'm not going to wear this if I'm ill because it will just blow right out. But this is a very inexpensive mask. They're all sold out now, but I've been preparing for this virus outbreak when I first heard that it was in China. So I got all my family these masks and goggles. Also, I have earplugs in my ears. Even though my hood is covering, I know that the virus can also go into your ears, but like I said, it's mostly when you're in a hospital setting that there's a whole bunch of people that are sick. But hey, you're in a grocery store and you have to assume, the smart thing to do is assume that everybody's infected. And it's really good if you even think you're infected, right? So if you think that way and you go out in the stores like that, you're going to be prepared. So that's that. You do not have to wear this when you go out in public. I bought it because I didn't know how severe it was going to get, if it was going to get severe at all. But I just got this suit just in case I needed it. But it's good to have. So you don't got to wear something like that when you go out. All right, that wraps it up for today. I hope you learned some information. Spread this knowledge. Share this video. Like it. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell button so that you are able to hear the notifications when I do post a new video. If you have any suggestions or comments, I'm more than happy to hear about them, and I look forward to doing the next video for all of you. God bless you. Don't forget to pray tonight over your family. I'm praying for all of you. Have a nice night. God bless. Stay safe.